Hi, today we're going to talk about time. If I were to ask you, what is relativity? Would you be able to answer that question? It's just a guess that I think most people would not. I could be very wrong about that, but that's my guess. Most people, I believe, would say that relativity is something only a physicist needs to understand, or they need to understand that. Not that they do understand it, but that they need to understand that. Nothing could be further from the truth. Relativity impacts you every day, every moment of your life. If you are a student of the mystical and trying to understand the more mystical nature of our universe, then you need to understand relativity at least at some level. Hi, I'm Joe Shepard. This is Fractal Realms. Time has an illusionary power. We all have seen a grandfather's clock with a pendulum swinging back at a very well-regulated speed, and it turns a gear, and that gear goes click, 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 and the second hand goes click, click, click as it's doing that. So, in that situation, time's very clinical and well organized. You have a certain number of moments that will equal a minute, and a certain number of moments will equal an hour. Now, on the other hand, well, I don't want to use three hands, so I won't say on the other hand. You've all heard the expression, time flies when we're having fun. Why is that? So understand the expression. We are playing a game with our friends. We're doing a hobby we enjoy tremendously. We're doing something that we're trying to move very quickly through because we have to get it done in a certain amount of time. And the time just flies by. So you've done a few things and you look at the clock and a whole hour has passed. And it doesn't make any sense. Now I can use the expression. On the other hand, a watched pot never boils. So now if you're looking at something in a very detailed manner and you're doing maybe a repetitive task, or you just want to get whatever it is you're doing, you want to get it over with and move on to whatever you expect to come next. And then suddenly you look at the clock and you've been working at this thing for what seems like hours, and you look at the clock and 10 minutes have passed. So time has this illusion of being different for different situations. And the truth is, time is different for each different situation. Albert Einstein explained it scientifically in his theory of relativity. To put it simply, time is relative to the observer. Saying that when I observe a situation and I'm a part of a situation, time is moving at a certain rate of speed for me. It's not necessarily moving at the same speed for the person I'm observing. He's doing whatever he's doing, and he's observing the situation, and time is moving completely different for him than it is for me. Another thing that Albert Einstein did was he showed that time changes, time dilation occurs is actually what it's called. And time can expand based on how fast you're moving. Is everybody familiar with the GPS system? You have GPS on your phones, you have GPSs in your cars, GPS on your tablets. If you have a computer and you can watch this video, most likely I'm just going to guess that you are familiar with the GPS. Now, a GPS system is controlled by the U.S. Air Force. There are other systems in the world. I'm just going to use this particular system. And the way it works is that the best signal you can, the best accuracy that you can get with a GPS system is if you're connected to 24 different satellites simultaneously. Now, those satellites are in the sky in orbit around our planet, and every single one of them has an atomic clock. In order to be accurate for GPS purposes, those satellites have to be timed together within 20 to 30 nanoseconds. Now come back to the idea of this atomic clock. What is an atomic clock? An atomic clock monitors the decay of a molecule. So they're the most accurate clocks in existence. And an atomic clock can be accurate within 1 second every 100 million years. So you would think that these satellites in space, they'll never need to be adjusted because they'll be up there 100 million years. Well, they'll be up there 10 million years before their clocks ever get out of sync. But that's not true. They have to be adjusted every single day. They have to be monitored and adjusted and the times resynced because of that theory of relativity. They're moving very quickly through space, and the time for them is moving differently. So even though these clocks are very accurate and very precise, the time there isn't the same as it is here, literally. Earlier, I pointed out that you are at the center of your reality. That was an earlier video. Well, now we know that you're also at the center of time. So you're the center of your own time. And time for you is different than the time for everyone else around you. So how does this impact us as explorers of the mystical aspects of our universe? I'll give you a couple examples. A Reiki master can send healing Reiki energy into the past or into the future. To the average person who's looking at time very linear and stable and well organized, that's just crazy talk. That can't be done. And what else is there to say? But to that Reiki master who no longer recognizes time as a barrier, but as an ally, it's very possible, because time and the time he's experiencing and the time where he exists is not the same time as the time where you exist, even if you're standing right next to him. We all have heard of psychics that can see past events or future events, and it's the same concept applies. That psychic is not bound by time as a barrier, but rather time as an ally. Let me give you an example of an angel. Let's say that I'm speaking to an angel, you're speaking to the same angel, and 1,000 other people on this planet are speaking to that same angel at what appears to be the same time. It becomes, how can that angel possibly be in all those different places doing all that all at the same time? I'm not going to say that that can't happen, but I will give you an alternative idea, and that is, let's put two people right in the same room, angel speaker 1 and angel speaker 2, talking to the same angel, getting two different messages. You see that happening. It appears to you to be happening at the same time, but time for me is not the same as time for you. Time for angel speaker 1 and angel speaker 2, they're all existing within their own time, and the angel, which isn't bound by our physical reality, is also existing in a different time. So for all you know, for all we know, that angel speaking to angel speaker 1 was speaking to angel speaker 2 1,000 years earlier. You don't know that that's not the case, and that's quite possible since you know that the angel is not bound by anybody's time but their own. So what would I like you to take away from this video? One, well, I had 3 points, but let's add a fourth. The first one's going to be you are at the center of your own time. 2, time is malleable. 3, time's not the same for you as it is for me, even if we're sitting right next to each other. And 4 is we're going to start looking at manifestation and goal setting at some video down the road. I'm going to get serious about talking about that. And I'm going to ask you to look into the future and tell me what it is you see for yourself. So when you look into the future and you see yourself in a certain situation, we believe that's our imagination. We're imagining forward. What I'm trying to say is it's not so much your imagination forward. You're actually looking at one possible future along one possible timeline in one possible physical reality. And so the trick to manifestation and goal setting is to learn how to manipulate your situation so that you're moving through all those possible timelines and you're getting yourself on the right timeline. I hope that makes sense. I do appreciate you watching my video. If you haven't subscribed already, I sure do need subscribers. With more subscribers, I'll get better coverage, better responses on the search engines. If you could like my video, I would appreciate it. You'd be doing me a big favor. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.